So about a year ago, I had an idea to try to live with 2010's technology. So I could do things like the iPhone 4, the first iPad, all those MacBooks from that time, and anything previous. Well, I want to try to do that again. We'll do 2011's technology. Last year, I had a iPhone 4 that was a CMDA model, I think. And so I downgraded it to 4.3. But I don't have my computer I used to downgrade last year. So even if because right now I don't have an iPhone 4S. I need to go buy one. But I don't think I'm going to use iOS 5 because I don't have a computer anymore, and I don't know a good way to get iOS 5 on a 4S without a computer. So I don't think that's possible. But what I did think I could do is I'll just live with iOS 9 because I'm pretty sure that's the one I'll get. Because iOS 9 is just terrible. It's 6 years old. It's old enough, I think. But for the most part, don't use technology that came from 2012 or later. So first of all, we gotta buy an iPhone 4S. Okay, well, buying the 4S was not the problem. I got one for 25 bucks. I bought it a Wednesday night, so I wasn't going to count that day. And also, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have known that because I talk about it there. So, link in the description below. The iCloud doesn't work. I can't get it to work for some weird reason. And I'm not going to start the video until I can get the iCloud to work, so I at least can get some app store and stuff going. I also just realized that I bought a AT&T version. I guess you can't see because it says no service because I turned off its service because guess what? It needs flipping AT&T. And guess what? That means I can't put my SIM card in this. I didn't even know it. I thought this was unlocked. They didn't say, and I guess I didn't ask, which is kind of my fault. But, how am I supposed to show you this? I'm supposed to tell you it has AT&T. But I use Mint Mobile, so I can't just put this in here without it being unlocked, and I need the Mint Mobile app, and I can't get this without service, because this does not want to connect to my Wi-Fi, and I can't hotspot this, because it needs flipping AT&T, and if I had AT&T, then I could hotspot it, but just like, oh my gosh. Don't want you to see anything else that I don't know, can you even see that? I don't even know, does it say AT&T right here? Wait, right there. Flipping AT&T, how could you? I also, oh, that's the wrong charger, but, I have to use this charger and a battery bank. I mean, the battery's not actually that bad, but I just carry this around just in case I haven't really needed to use this yet. Allow friends to use my location. You don't have service, so you don't know where my location is. Or does it? And also, this is on 9.2.1. I don't know if I said that. So that means this is the fastest I think the iPhone 4S it can be on the iOS 9, because it's not as slow as people have said, and then I looked it up, and this is actually the fastest iOS 9 version it can run. So I don't know if I want to update it, but I kind of want to update it, because most of the downgrades to iOS 5, if I can do it in the future, need 9.3.6, but if I do that, and then it goes wrong, and then I can't, that's kind of sad. So I'm going to get the Wi-Fi to work, and then I'll talk to you again. And this is when I knew I was about to have the worst week of my life. When I couldn't flippin' agree. Spinning. I can't. It won't let me do an iOS account. So, but if I have Wi-Fi, I can still look up the internet. Apple.com here. It's still like very weird. Oh, I'm gonna try a YouTube video in a second, but like, I'm still gonna do this video. It's just gonna be much tougher. So, you know what? Here it is. Boom. So, until I can get the stuff to work, it's gonna be sucky. But I think what might help is if I sadly have to update my thing to iOS 9.3.6. As I showed you before, it was 9.2.1. But honestly, it might help my situation, so we'll have that update. This is day 1, so this is just like 10. Please don't say it cracked. Oh my gosh. I thought they could stand up on their own. Well, they can, sorta. Oh, I had to agree. Please say it doesn't make me, okay. Update requested. Whoa. It says it. GPS and then locate could be fixed and then cause some data, whatever. But that doesn't make sense because my time is just fine, and Apple said it messes up the time. But my time's been just fine. It's 3:11 right now. I have my Apple Watch on. Shoot. I didn't realize because I just barely started day one just a second ago, so I have to take on my Apple Watch. Bye. About 1 minute remaining. And then we'll be on 9.3.6. But hey, maybe in the future, now that I'm on 3.6 and I get a computer that works, I can probably get this back on iOS 5 or whatever. Because if this actually came out when the iPhone 5S came out, this might be a iPhone 5S version. Like, this might have started on iOS 7, so anything between 5 and 7 I could probably get onto this. So that's pretty good, so I'll talk to you when this update's over. Also, right after this, stupid cars, I shouldn't be here. Right after this, I'm right now, while it's updating, I'm going to, anyway, I did a speed test, I recorded it, whatever, and timed it. What I'm gonna do is the exact same speed test, again, with 3.6 and see if it's faster or slower. I had to quickly record this, but I didn't know that it did that. That's kind of fun. It was like, it's gonna install in like 5 seconds, and then it gave me the choice to do it later or whatever. But that's fun. I don't even want to know why this is called stainless steel, because it doesn't like feel like stainless steel. Yeah, it even gives fingerprints, but honestly, it feels more like aluminum. So, it's now 9.3.6, and it still said could not be made at this time. So I'm wondering if it's just because it's new or something, like I didn't set it up first thing. I'm thinking maybe I'll reset it, like to where it says hello or whatever, and then try it again. But I don't know what was going on with it. Like, why it's not still, letting me do an iCloud. I don't know. And at first I was like, dang, it's not letting me do an iCloud. Now I probably have a slower phone. I haven't actually noticed it was any slower yet for the 10 minutes it's been on 9.3.6. But I actually did a speed test on 9.2.1. So I was going to quickly do a speed test on it right after I recorded this, and then I was going to show you the details because this video is already going to get pretty long, so I really don't want to show, because I've already, so the one on 9.2.1, it's 2-minute video, and so I'm like, well, I don't want 2 minutes of that, so I'm just going to tell you the details when I'm done with it. So with no iCloud, I can't download apps, so what I did is I went through every stock app I had on this phone, and just sped comparison them, and on 9.2.1 it was actually 1 minute and 54 seconds. So I was like, oh, it's faster, but then I realized I didn't actually, on the first one, I actually typed 6 times 6 equals 36. I didn't type it on that one, so it's probably even slower, so it's probably more closer to 2 minutes, so it's probably like 5 minutes slower, well, 5 seconds slower. So yes, it is slower, but honestly, it's not actually that much slower. And so it's not as slow as people think, but honestly, it is pretty slow, like, compared to my phone I have right now, yeah. But it's not as slow as people yell at me about all the time. Good morning, guys. I gotta go to school today, and honestly, I really don't want my friends knowing that I have an iPhone 4S. They'll probably even think it's a 4. So I'm gonna bring my phone to school, but since it doesn't have cellular, I can only do Wi-Fi, and the school doesn't have free Wi-Fi, they only have free computers. So pretty much this is my calculator and camera if I need to. So I think I'm just gonna leave it in my backpack, just in case, so I can call maybe the police if I really need to. I don't think I will, but that's how day 2 I think is gonna go so far. Hey guys, it's after school now. Just got home and checked my phone. It's at 61. I used it just a little bit, but I had nothing really to do it on it. So 9.3.6, it wasn't terribly slow. But yeah, I'm just slowly not using my phone. I think I'm gonna try to watch YouTube on it though. It's gonna be so hard because I have terrible times with YouTube on old devices, just like, it just doesn't like me on the old devices. Anyway, so I think that's it for day 2. It is day 3 with this thing. I didn't realize I didn't talk this morning, but here we are anyway. I pretty much am losing it with this phone. I've just stopped watching YouTube and stopped really going on Instagram. I've only really DM'd people, I haven't really posted anything. I mean, I know when I do say, oh, this is stupid. Yeah, you probably already see my Instagram if you follow below. But, what I thought was weird is, so this is a 7 megapixel camera right now, shooting at me, but the back of this is an 8 megapixel, and I would think this back camera would be better, but no, it is much worse than the camera shooting at me right now. You know what, I'll give you some shots. After tomorrow, I'm gonna take some more pictures tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, I'll show you what I've gotten so far through day 4. Oh my gosh, so basically, I just want to know how people live with this one. They bought it because just Siri. Oh, Siri's not available. But, yeah, I don't really... I just got back from church. Changed, and what I was like, oh, I'll record. But I got some photos, but I can't email them. I can't message them to me. I can't airdrop them. Airdrop is so important to me. Because this is a 4S, which I don't get airdrop. So, iPhone 5 can do airdrop, right? Which sort of makes sense if it was an A6 chip. Oh, it's an A6, you have to have an A6 or better to do this. But guess what? This phone, so on iOS 6, it got like panoramic and things that they said the iPhone 5 was great for and why you should get that. But this one got panoramic. But here's the thing. So the iPod Touch 5 and the iPad Mini 5 have A5 chips and they can't get airdrop. Well, they can get airdrop and the 4S can't. How am I supposed to get these photos? I'm just gonna have to, like, just show you them somehow. But, yeah, this makes me mad and sad. Why iCloud? Why can't I just text them to myself? Maybe one day it'll work. It's gonna work right after this week for some dumb reason. Okay, well, I figured I'd just record it off my phone and just... I mean, here it should be the same thing because my phone display is the same as this display right now. I also didn't know... Wait, you could, Oh, wait. I thought you could. Oh, yeah, you could play a slideshow like you can now. I didn't know you could do that with what I was saying. Anyway, this is my actual wallpaper. I just screenshot it off of my phone. It doesn't even actually look as good as my phone. But mine actually took the picture. This was just taking a screenshot of my phone. That was a panoramic, just in case you want to see what panoramics look like. That's my dog. It's also my dog. That one actually looks like something my phone would probably take. Don't tell me you use this camera. Like, the sky is blue and it's like white. The speakers were actually really good. Anyway, there's a picture of me. Another picture of me. These are the selfies, which the selfies don't, like, your face doesn't look bad, but like, bruh, that's blue sky, like pure blue sky, and it looks like white. Kinda sad. And, okay, and the stabilization's pretty good if you keep it stable. Unlike some other phones I've tried in the past. That is a close-up flower. It doesn't look as good. That one's okay. There's a 25 minutes. This is an iPhone 4S recording. I'm gonna test if I can play it through the AirPods because I don't have any music. Okay, so yeah, I was testing my AirPods Pro if it would work on it, and it did. I didn't have any music, so I just recorded that to see if I could hear my voice and it would work. And there's, yeah, another photo. Anyway, so yeah. That's what I got for photos and videos. It is day 7. It is Wednesday. This is the last day I have to use this phone. Now, most of you would be like, hey, you were just on day 4 or whatever day it was. Well, honestly, the last few days are nothing to talk about with this phone. It's just annoying. Peace up. Yeah. Anyway, so, iPhone 4S. Don't use it in 2020. Ever. Don't use it ever. Not even in 2016. Anyway, yeah, any last words about this thing? I can't wait to go back to my normal phone. Anyway, yeah. I just skipped because I had nothing to talk about. The video was kind of getting long, and I'm getting along by not saying anything. But the 4S, it's 10 years old. You didn't expect it to be good 10 years later. I mean, it's a 10-year-old phone running 5-year-old software, 6-year-old software, whatever it is. No, actually, it's running 2-year-old software, technically, because it's 2019 was the last update this came out with. But, yeah, but truly, technically, it's 5-year-old software. Yeah, so it was pretty good phone at the time with Siri and an 8 megapixel camera, and it was just miles ahead of the iPhone 4. But it's just not miles ahead of the iPhone 4 anymore. Well, it is, but like the iPhone 4 isn't miles ahead of anything either, really. Just the 3Gs, whatever. So I also thought it was funny that they gave you the wallet app, even though you can't like put a card in it because you don't have Apple Pay. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye to this 3.5-inch display, and I'm gonna double it to a 6.1-inch iPhone 10R, and then that will make me feel good because then it'll feel like a real iPhone upgrade again, even though I'm gonna get an upgrade for the 13 in a couple of weeks. But yeah, this will actually feel like an upgrade again. Oh my gosh, I don't have to use a 30-pin connector. I never even used this once this week, but I didn't even have headphones that worked for, because the normal headphones that come in the box, but the ones with the headphone jack came out released in 2012, so I couldn't even use them if I wanted to. I didn't have any. Not like I wanted to, because I could just play them out of the speakers. I only watched like 2 YouTube videos anyway, and I didn't even use this phone very much. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you want me to do this next year with the iPhone 5, I think I will. Like, I myself want to do it on iOS 6 just because it's just a good phone on iOS 6, you know? I just don't have that phone yet. So if you guys like this video, if we get 10 likes, then I will do that video with iOS 6 next year.